All right, welcome back, guys. And finally, here it is. We have all 20 teams from the Premier League with their home kits for season 22-23, and this was a big labor for me. I'm sorry it took a couple of weeks more than I anticipated, but it was a lot of work, guys. And you'll see as we navigate through them. I'm gonna show you how to load it, and the zip file for this will be attached, or the link to it will be attached at the bottom. All right, once you download from the link, you're gonna have a zip file and you're gonna extract it. I'm using 7-zip here. When you do that, you create a folder, which I already have here, but I wanted to go through that step. I already have it on my computer, and when you open it, you'll have all 20 teams from the Premier League season 22-23 home kits here, and there's one file which is a PDF file. But in going through this, most of them are red or blue. It's interesting when you put all this together. So, of course, we got some of the new ones with Nottingham Forest, and we all has Fulham coming back, and which is the other one? Southampton. Anyways. Or Bournemouth. Anyways, this file is very important because it's got the team listed. It's got the color number, and you see this one, Arsenal is number 13 style. This is a color number that corresponds to the one that is in the game, okay? And the letters color that I recommend, just going with the basic like this. Of course, you're gonna tweak it to the right font that you want. But anyways, the important thing here is that you need to match that color number for the game. You need to do that since we're gonna be downloading these things manually. This is not a server, these are manually downloaded, so you can pick one or two or download them all. So I will show you how to do this. Okay, so how do we load this in the game? So I'm gonna pick them all out, not the PDF, just the images, and I'm gonna copy them, and I'm gonna put them in our Komani folder. If you're on PC, it's on downloads. Find the Komani folder, which has all the PES games. I'm gonna find my eFootball PES 2021 season update file. Open that, and there's my WEPES or WEPES folder. It should be next to a long string numbering folder there. If you don't have it, create one exactly like I have it here. Okay, I just have a few images there, so I can paste all my new ones in here. And when I do that, of course, it's gonna load them in. And now you're ready to bring them into the game, because the game needs to have that WEPES folder to look into it. If you're on the PlayStation, you're gonna have the thumb drive with the PES folder already created. Okay, so you're gonna go into settings, and you're gonna go into edit, and you're gonna import. Ignore that message, I was messing around. So you're gonna import images. I'm just reviewing this because then you don't have to go to any other videos to figure it out if you're doing it for the first time. So uniform L, which is the high resolution 2048 by 2048, I'm gonna select all the images because I only have a few in my folder, but you can always pick the ones you want as well if you are limited. Okay, so this is loading fairly quick. All 31 images that were there, and before, I just added my 20 new ones. I already had 11 there. Now, ignore this message again. Okay, so we're gonna go to teams now, and we're gonna show you how to load. I'm gonna go to Premier League. Let's just pick Arsenal. And when I open Arsenal, I got to uniform or kit, depending on the language version you picked at the beginning. And you can always add another kit set. In this case, I'm gonna add the 4th kit, and it should look all white like that. Since it's like that, now I can go and paste an image. I'm gonna pick uniform L, the large one. the large file. And I got these alphabetically. And if you go down, let me just find, yeah, right here, Arsenal Home 23 PNG, and it's loading. Now, notice the color. Remember what I said about the file? You need to make reference to the file because it's gonna look weird and you're gonna say, oh, what's wrong with your file? No, you need to go to the jersey and pick the right color style that goes with this design, you know, and in this case it was that one. It was number 13. So that's what Arsenal is using. And of course you need to check the colors on the numbers, etc. So once you have all that set, we can look here and you see the details I added. We got the zigzag lightning lines at the bottom, also in the color. So it looks pretty well, pretty consistent for Arsenal, always using that, right? All right, so we got Aston Villa. Aston Villa, skipping right through the design. You see the subliminal V lines in the burgundy area. And you got the Castore, and you got the dots that I added there for ventilation. And at the top, the little lion detail was added as well, according to the published kit that they released. All right, for the next one here, I'm sorry, Brentford. It has a very nice, logo in the front there, and look at, I had the little B in the back, and the neck in the front has a section as well. Pretty classic color for Brentford. And then you got Brighton. And I think, those colors are okay just to show the model here. Nothing special with this one. Again, classic colors for them with the American Express in the front. Bournemouth, here it is. A little detail in the back. I had to customize these lines with the zigzags there to make them look like the design they have. That was the most difficult part, but everything else was pretty well set. All right, Chelsea's got a nice pattern in the fabric. You got the whale fin on the side of the pants. Also got that little triangle and the dry fit added to the jersey, and in the color that little scribbles, aquamarine scribbles, and that I had to create there to paste it in. All right, guys, and now this is Crystal Palace, which had a scribble design in the front. It wasn't that easy to come up with, but I got as close as I could using PESmaster.com, and you got the Mukuro on the side, the scribbles, like I said, and that was really the most difficult part of it. Classic colors for Crystal Palace. Very cool. Everton. This was a pain in the butt because they see that pattern on the front of the jersey. I had to custom made by hand that on my Photoshop, and PowerPoint and Photoshop combined. But anyway, it came out pretty decent, pretty close to the real thing. And on the side of the shorts, those arrows down, the chevrons, etc. Very nice colors, pretty classic again for Everton. This is one of my favorites. Yeah, this is one of the last ones I did. This is Fulham. And Fulham has got a few details. You see the London's original football club at the top of the bag, and very little there. It's got the World Mobile with the two tones, gray and black. Same in the front with Win88. And the most difficult part really was that trim on the collar and the cuffs, and as well as the hem on the shorts. But it came out pretty good, I would say. It came out pretty good. I was pretty creative on putting that together. But very, very, very nice and clean. Same with Leeds, pretty nice and clean, pretty classic colors. They went this time with a very light lime yellow on the trim. And that was the most difficult part, I think, to do, was filling in the yellow on the S-bot and the little tag there on the jersey. Some of the details there to make it a little bit more realistic. Of course, guys, if you find something, some discrepancy, I know these kits are never fixed. You know, they're always changing. Sometimes they change the color of the socks. So it's not as easy to keep up with it. So here is Leicester City, and you got the little fox in the back. I was able to put that in gold, or kind of light gold logos for this particular design. And I think the colors came out pretty close. All right, and very classic, always looking pretty much the same, but you know, very elegant, is Liverpool. It's got a pattern original from Nike and the fabric, and there you see it up close. So little triangles on the side of the jersey and the pants or the shorts, and the tag, the brand icon in black there, and I had to add some detail on the cups. And you see a little pattern there, but it came out pretty good. And then in the back, the 97 years of the club is updated. Last year was 96, and this year they updated the little logo in the back there, and you got like kind of a splash there in dark red in the back. Very nice uniform. Manchester City is doing a throwback because they put in the logo right in the middle, in the front, like they used to in this, I think it was late 60s or early 70s. But you know, this came out pretty nice as well, I think, considering the little trims on the jersey. Very conservative, I would say, with the Puma logos all around, and then the back, it's got the little ship there in the back, and little tags or little rectangles on the side of the jersey and the shorts as well. Yeah, very throwback, classic. And this is one of my favorites, is Manchester United. This was a lot of work putting together those triangles on the trim of the collar. And also the Manchester United new logo, you know, kind of framed logo there. Here is framed with a black or back with white background, and then on the socks you see there the little devil, red devil, with those lines with the triangles as well. That came out pretty well after working on my PowerPoint to get that design in to match the corresponding one they published. Here is Newcastle United. His colors, black and white with that blue. Very elegant with the letters on the socks there. Some detail on the shorts, on the side of the shorts. And look at this, 130 years, right? Down at the bottom, the back, some little letters in the back. So those details for the Castori design were added here. Okay, moving along, we're moving pretty good here. Now here is Nottingham Forest, which didn't have a sponsor released on the front of the shirt. So I just put it the way they pretty much came up with. And it's got some details at the top of the jersey in the back, as you can see. And I have to come up with a pattern to copy what they have on the red, very subliminally, on the sleeves and on the side panels. You see the detail there on the side panels. It's like a funky pattern they come out with. It doesn't show up a lot there, really, one distance. Anyways, all right, Southampton, and this is very elegant uniform, very conservative as well, kind of a throwback there with the Hummel in the middle, as well as the Southampton logo in the middle. And I have to put in this pattern on the jersey to match what they have. I think came out pretty close to what they have. I was very happy. It's a light gray, hard to notice, but in the game you actually see it. You can see it, which is pretty cool. So there it is. There it is. And Tottenham went very classy, nothing extraordinary. I don't think this year, the home uniforms tend to be a little bit more conservative than the away uniform. Those gonna be fun and a lot of work to do. So we'll see how long it takes me to do the away uniforms. So that's Tottenham. Guys, if you find something, you want something modified for yourself, let me know. If I have the time, I'll try to put it in. Here's West Ham United. It's got some details on the side of the pants and also over the shoulders. Was a funky pattern they came up with. And it took me a while until I was able to create something that was very close to what they have. I hope it makes good justice, and I think it came out pretty nice. Very interesting design there. So West Ham United. And this is the last one. And it is a custody for Wolverhampton Wolves. And yellow, the same colors as always, obviously, with the 12 bet on the side. Astro play in the front. And a little bit thick ham and the back of the... And the wolf sign on the front of the socks. And I did try to research everything I could to match anything published or released in the news, guys. I even went through extra on the field pictures to make sure I was using whatever sometimes they don't even match what they announce, when they go out to the field. But if you have any questions, let me know. It'll take me some time to come up with the away, but your support with subscriptions and likes is appreciated, and feel free to download this kit for yourself. Until the next one, guys.